Alright, we are back with round 2 of our latest Clash of the Khans here on PureMTGO.com. I am Joshua Clater. We won round 1, which is good, because there wouldn't be a round 2 if I hadn't have won round 1. Our opening hand is 5 lands, a Claws, and a Bear's Companion. I'm pretty happy with that. We've got the colors we need. And we're going to be able to get those colors on turn 3 if we need to. We go ahead and kill the War Name Aspirant with our Crater's Claws to minimize the damage we're taking. We make a morph, or we don't make a morph, we make a flyer instead, just to trade flyers. They make a morph. We make our Bear's Companion. And they smite the monstrous my token. Boo! I block the morph, we trade as the Monastery Clock. Which may not have been the best trade, but whatever. We go ahead and cast Blinding Spray to cycle a card. We draw Trumpet Blast and we draw War Shrieker. And there's Narset. And in Narset we have a 5/5. We attack with our 5/5. We Heart Piercer the Monastery Swift Spear. And we play a Leaping Master. Singing Bell Strike on my rider, not the worst. We've got plenty of mana now to where we can actually just go ahead and attack, pay the tax at the end of the turn, untap our guy. We've untapped him, cast a Summit Prowler, and at this point there's more flyers than I'm happy with on the board. We attack with everyone. It's going to force them to make some trades. The Trumpet Blast actually pays off for once. Get them down to 5. Have the Arrow Storm for the win. Alright, now let's open up game 2 of this, which I believe is... There we go. Second hand, we've got 2 lands, Leaping Master, a couple of morphs, and a Force Away. The bounce is why I kept it for the most part, though. We make our morph and block. He trades a Dragon's Eye Savant with our Sagu Archer. With the amount of flyers that my opponent had, losing my Sagu Archer was not the place that I wanted to be. And considering now that I'm not exactly drawing a lot of great mana, it's not looking fantastic for me. I make the trade with the Alabaster Kira, and we still got creature superiority. Then I make the attack to where I can raid the War Master, or I'm sorry, War Shrieker. Because I really like the Shrieker. Typically it's a 2-creature type thing. I enjoy it. We Arrow Storm the Scion out of play. We have ourselves an Icy Blast. We make a Canyon Lurker so that way we can turn on Ferocious. And at the end of turn, our plan was to Icy Blast the board down. So we force a way to draw a card, we draw a land, it's not a forest. We attack with everything to maybe threaten Trumpet Blast. It was not a very good attack because it suddenly turns off the Ferocious. This was a fairly neat play. He has Force Away, and then has Stubborn Denial. make a morph, still lacking green mana, make the double block, lose our morph, our War Shrieker gets Bell Striked, and here comes a second Narset. So 2 Narsets, because one's hanging out in the graveyard. A Windswept Heath, not bad for our opponent's deck here. I block with everything, they're down to 6 cards and 8 life. He's clearly losing his best card, and I'm keeping a bear and a bunch of other guys. I get to untap the War Shrieker and pretty much just attack with everything. This was a fairly good game for me, I believe, even though the mana wasn't the best. Because we were so heavy in red and blue, we were still able to stay competitive. I think the best way to look at Khan's drafting right now is to draft a guild, and if you can draft a splash color, that may be the best thing to do. But then again, I'm not really a professional drafter. I'm doing this to make myself better and to promote discussion on the site. With that said, let's move on to Game 3 of our round, or Round 3 of our event. And we'll be right back with that. Thanks for watching.